104 to 102. Anthony Edwards comes back for the first time since Game 4 against the Nuggets. Welcome back to NBA Showtime. Maria Taylor, the Hall of Famers, Tracy McGrady, Vince Carter, and Carmelo Anthony here. And guys, it ultimately came down to the final shot in a game that saw 19 lead changes. Absolutely no one led by more than 9 points. Let's take a look at that final sequence. Julian Champagnie, he does get the shot off. But
I wasn't no, you're right. You're taking it. This guy right
felt
here.
like a stray to me. Felt like a stray to me.
I know what time it is. I understand it.
I had to duck the straight.
I understand it.
But guys, we saw an amazingly competitive Game 1 in the West, and we talked about it in our pregame show, but the Minnesota Timberwolves, just one of 3 teams that won the season series against the Spurs, so they know how to battle against them. What made them successful in this Game 1, Melo?
They just was relentless. They attacked. I thought Ant coming off the bench tonight gave Minnesota, or gave San Antonio a different look to prepare for. Overall, it was a pretty even game.
Yeah, it was
overall, it's just, you know, Minnesota had closers tonight. Julius Randle was a closer. Ant did what he was supposed to do. Julius led these guys tonight. He put this team on his back. Everybody else did what they supposed to do. This is a well-balanced game, man. Jaden McDaniels, 16 points. Julius Randle, 21. Terrence Shannon, you know, was key today. 16 points in 34 minutes. And Mike Conley, right? Somebody who haven't been playing, right, in a long time. So somebody who is at this point of his career and being told to go out there and the ball is in your hands and show us your leadership and do what you got to do. That was impressive, you know, to see tonight from Mike Conley.
To me, it says a lot about what they think of Terrence Shannon, because you easily can insert Anthony Edwards, your superstar, back into the lineup, and it's business as usual. But Terrence Shannon has played great basketball. He played great in the last series, and I thought, you know, however Anthony Edwards is feeling, they had a flow, and they were playing great basketball, and they didn't want to break that up, because Anthony Edwards, we know, he's a star. He's going to find his way regardless. He's find his rhythm, but you need the other guys to find the rhythm, particularly on the road against a very good San Antonio defense.
He found his rhythm towards the end of in the fourth quarter, too, specifically. Just 7 points the first 3 quarters, but he turned on just 11 points in the fourth quarter.
I want to tip my hat off to Finch.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I thought this was a well-coached game from Finch, and in particularly how he utilized Ant-Man, right? Ant-Man was going in increments of in minutes in the first half to reserve him for the fourth quarter.
Right.
And what they do, they bring in Terrence Shannon to get downhill, to apply that pressure on them. So Finch was making all the right moves tonight, and it paid off for these guys. So I want to tip my hat off to him. It was a well job of coaching tonight.
Yeah, Ant-Man plays 25 minutes in this one. Again, he's recovering from a bone bruise after hyperextending his knee in Game 4. We heard him talking, though, after the game. He just wasn't happy with his performance, which is crazy to think that he
was right.
Came
I love
back,
it. He was right. Yeah, that's the mentality you got to have as a superstar.
That's exactly the reaction that I want to hear. Just hearing what he said post-game.
Accountability.
What did that tell you?
It takes you take accountability for your mistakes, because that could have cost you a game on the road, right? So for him to acknowledge because that could have cost you a game on the road, right? So for him to acknowledge that is just him taking accountability, and he's not going to make those mistakes in the next game.
Yeah, giving up 2 offensive rebounds and a turnover late in the game, that's detrimental. That's how you lose a game, and that's a big deal, because now you've taken over home court because of that, and they survived it because they got a great look by Champagnie. So he's thinking about that. If I don't turn this ball over, that shot doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know, so I love it.
He's also thinking about that knee, right? To me, that sounded like a little bit of frustration at the fact that he's not 100%, right? And mentally, it's bothering him. You saw some of his movements out there tonight. He came down off the baseline layup. He started grimacing. He was running down the court. He started grimacing. Terrence Shannon had him at the end of the game. He said, it hurt, like, you know what I mean? Like,
we on NBC.
Yeah, we on NBC. But he said his knee hurt, right? So that's something to kind of, you know, keep looking at.
Yeah, we'll certainly keep an eye on it for sure. Mike Conley is sitting down, so we're going to get a chance to talk to him in a second. And it's been so interesting. We guys talked about it, but 19 seasons in the NBA.
Dang, he old.
The last 3 games, he's had to, like, step into a completely different role due to injuries, but it's worked out. And the Timberwolves, they seem to be playing like a team that knows they've been to back-to-back Western Conference Finals. That's something that it seems like they have working in their favor.
That says a lot about Mike, man. And I think young guys can learn from someone like Mike Conley, not just on the Wolves, but around the league, is that, okay, be ready when your opportunity knocks, for one. And that's just being a professional. Like, Mike is very capable. You're seeing that. But they were trying to they were going in a different direction. But at the same time, you always know you can count on a vet.
Yes, sir.
Because a vet is going to be ready to go. Mike Conley has been ready to go. He's a professional. And that shows. So you can learn something. You know, you young guys, you young kids out there watching this, you can learn something by that. Because, yes, you might not agree with the coach's decision, but what are you going to do when he calls your number to get back in the game? Are you going to pout or are you going to show up?
That part. And Mike Conley has proven that he is ready to show up at any given time. And there he is, showing up.
There he is.
Right now for him.
Look back.
I'm not going to let them talk about you like that, Mike. First of all, congratulations on the win in Game 1 in the semifinals of the Western Conference semifinals. Let's get into it, though. What do you think was the difference in this game, knowing that Ant-Man had to come off of the bench, knowing how tightly contested this game was going to be?
It came down to, you know, being physical all 4 quarters. I thought we tried to really just try to wear them down, Wemby, all those guys, make it a tough night on them, keep attacking the rim. We know Wemby, I think he had like 10, 12 blocks or whatever it was. It's crazy. But we kept the pressure on the rim. We kept the pressure on the rim, and eventually we started to get a couple of them to go, and we found the corner offensively. So just our consistent pressure was what we wanted to do.
Mike, T-Mac here, not to give y'all game plan away, but what was it against Wemby? Because y'all did a great job of neutralizing him tonight.
We have a lot of bodies, and, you know, we try to get under him as much as we can. Like I said, try to be physical. I thought Julius did a really good job of you know, always being kind of underneath him. Rudy, we know what he can do defensively. We have different bodies, Naj, Jaden. So we just try to throw different looks at him and make it tough for him to get his normal shots off and, you know, just try to make him make shots over us.
Mike, we're former teammates, and I know your preparation, and I know how you view and see the game. Talk about you being prepared and being ready. You weren't playing a lot of minutes near the end of the season. Play well.
Well, as you know,
He old, man.
hey, he old, way older than me. So, you know how it is, man. You know, the team, you know, relies on you in big moments, and you have to be ready when their number's called. You know, throughout the season, I didn't know when that would be. If I was gonna, you know, I got traded, it got sent back to the same team. So it's like, you never know what
Necessary.
I think what makes this team different is we don't rely on just 1 or 2 people on a nightly basis. Like you've seen it through, you know, the Denver series, first game tonight. We have different guys that we can, you know, have step up for us on any given night. We're really deep. We got a team that doesn't really, you know, care if a team goes on a 5-10-0 run. We just go right back to, you know, implementing our work and what we do and stay consistent. And we never get, you know, never get scared, never waver from our confidence. And that starts with Ant, starts with Julius, the leaders of this team, and they lead us in a way that you know, it's very special to have that kind of leadership. So it's easy to go out there and play for each other and try to get dubs.
Last question. Any media trading for the young guys that do interviews post-game or anything like that? Because y'all have some of the best quotes I've ever seen in the history of the NBA.
I got nothing for them. I just want them to just stay true to themselves. So they just keep answering the questions like they do, and it's completely honest, and they're not trying to be mean or anything. It's just whatever they feel.
And it's TV Gold. We appreciate you, Mike, for
no
stopping
grades,
by.
huh? I see you, boy.
What's up?
You no grades. Look at you.
Is it just for men? Is it just for men?
Oh, see, I wouldn't do it. No, that wasn't set up. I wasn't trying to do that. Strays.
I got you when I see y'all, bro. Don't even worry about it.
Hey, man, go hop in the tub, man. Ice down, brother.
All right, bro.
Appreciate you, Mike.
Appreciate it. That's Mike Conley. Again, asked to step into the starting role over the last 3 games after coming off the bench. Mitch Johnson is now talking to the media.